This is Nick Jones, a 19-year-old student from East London. Nick's first love is music, in particular indie bands. One of the local bands he's into is Graffiti Island. He's seen them loads of times, mainly at small gigs and house parties in and around Whitechapel where they all live and hang out. On his way back home one day, Nick sees one of the digital Levi's screen test posters. He makes a mental note of the levis.com This Is Us URL with a view to adding Graffiti Island to the site. Back home, Nick whacks on Spotify and goes from his rock to his indie playlist. A Levi's digital banner ad then catches his attention. It's relevant to the type of music he's listening to, so if Nick's listening to the Arctic Monkeys, the banner ad will show a screen test of an indie tribe to maximise the chance of him interacting.
There's always somebody taller with more of a wit, and he's equipped to enthrall her, and her friends think he's fit, and you just can't measure up, no. You don't have a prayer, wishing that you'd made the most of her when she was there.
By changing the filters, Nick can see different screen tests loading into the page, observations about tribes, and the relationships between the music and his location. Naturally, Nick is interested in looking at tribes similar to himself and decides to find more information about them by clicking and going to their profile pages. He can check out their Facebook, MySpace page, or their Spotify playlists by clicking these links on their profile page. He can even watch a short documentary about the tribe, or watch a style film and customise his look to match the tribes.
I ride Fixies because it feels more natural. You feel more at one with the bike and the road.
I was riding racing bikes a lot, and then a few friends of mine got into it. I thought it was rubbish, and I thought I'm never going to get into that. And then I tried it a couple of times, hated it. And then after a month, I just thought this is the best way to ride, having it back.
A fixie bike is basically one, no gears basically, so like you're pretty much in tandem with your bike. That's it. There's just you and the bike.
They usually have like a key carabiner or something like that, where torn up bands like mine got a big hole in my big toe. It's quite international as well. If you go like to New York or like hang around Brooklyn, you see like everyone's dressed the same as like around in Shoreditch, and it's quite funny actually.
It's pretty simple today. I've just got a comfortable fitting t-shirt, then I've got a pair of 511s on. I wear them slightly up one side so they get a bit more space.
But I always wear like denim shorts or some like nice rolled up trousers like that, jeans like that.
Style on the bike and off is a lot about comfort.
Jeans are like the most durable trousers. You can constantly sort of getting little scrapes and stuff.
Because Nick has used the filter to find tribes that interest him, he'll also come across content featuring Levi's that will float his boat. He could even go back and change the filter to only show the screen tests or content featuring a specific product. Whenever a product is visible, there'll be an option to purchase. So if at any time Nick clicks the buy button, he'll be taken through to the Levi's online store. Once he's finished viewing the site, Nick decides to record his own screen test and add Graffiti Island as a new tribe. Nick then completes a quick registration process by entering basic information about himself, his tribe, his location, and his last FM or Spotify details. His screen test is then checked out by the moderators, and if it's deemed interesting and cool enough, he could soon appear in a TV ad. In the meantime, Nick shares his screen test on Facebook. As Nick's screen test starts to appear on the live feed update of his 400 or so friends, they see him as part of a branded Levi's ad and are curious as to how he became part of a cool campaign.
I wasn't sad to see her go, yeah, but I'm only pretending you know, yeah, I'm only pretending you know, I was only pretending you know, I was only pretending you.
His friends and the rest of the public will also see the campaign in many forms. They could even see some familiar faces. And of course, if they want to be part of the campaign themselves, there's nothing to stop them trying.